First blood spills. I demand more.
A crush following up a disruption could be enough, as we're going to see jerAx looking to catch out DuBu here. He's going to scout him going for that rune. He goes for the rune deny, but was it worth it? Sniper coming as well. All of a sudden, 4 heroes do get out at the top rune. Ana quickly dropping low, though, has to run away. QO pressuring it back. They'll turn into jerAx. This early game shrapnel doing work, but still has the boots. Maybe can survive. No, Febby comes in, and a parade of MVP heroes enter the lane as Ana thinks about...
Febby talked about playing non-impressive heroes, and that sums it up.
That means no Abaddon for this potential smoke gank as OG move in. They want a piece of QO. DuBu there with the stun, but already the disruption's been engaged with. Not sure how much it's going to help at this point. QO goes down. DuBu a bit late, and with no Abaddon, they're able to cleanly disengage so far. There will be no counterplay, and in fact, look at Fly just...
OG have jerAx at bottom getting levels in farm. They've got Luna at top, so they're just getting more across the board. It really feels like MVP are going to have to transition this Weaver into like a true carry because of how much they're kind of investing in. He is the top net worth hero as far as their 3 cores go.
Yeah, now the scary part here is we will see a skirmish in the jungle. So that thought Omni Slash onto jerAx. Velo tracking him down with the help of DuBu. Good pick off there for MVP.
Looking to come in from behind.
Still no amplify damage. Keep that in mind as this fight could break out momentarily. S4 going to try to initiate. He gets stunned by the Venge off the bat. Will they try to focus him down? Howl holds the mech as a crucial part of the team fight. Already they've committed the Omni Slash. Now the back goes the other way. Velo being forced back. Purged and controlled. While meanwhile QO in the trees has been isolated. Sniper brought down. The Eclipse raining from above. The Lucid beams too much. Velo will be the 3rd. Make it the 4th down. OG.
That's exactly what the plan is up at this top lane. Velo and Forev just trying to chip away at this tier 2 tower.
Has to be careful with the amp damage. He will get Vac back in. Has the Blade Fury. There is still no swap. He just needs basically a creep wave and he'll have it.
I mean, the XP advantage is kind of crazy right now for OG. They have a 5,000 experience lead just because of how much MVP are 5-manning.
DuBu getting hounded here by Ana as he moves in, finds the Venge, finds the kill to start the fight. That is the power of the Ion Shell plus Flame Guard, and now Velo purged. Will have to TP out. That leaves jerAx free to roam out of the back lines. So he gets away. Febby into the trees. Looks like he'll escape too, but again, it's OG.
Definitely possible with that
There's
damage.
no tier 1 for the Radiant, either mid or bottom, but no, they're hunting for kills now. 2 hero crush almost available for jerAx, but they will TP out in time. He will find Febby. Febby does have borrow time, so this is going to be a bit of a nuisance to kill. Completely isolated, has no real help. Drops the shield. Now the borrow time. jerAx still hounding him. Just staying in target. He wants that follow-up crush to go for multiple kills, and S4's there with the back. Eclipse coming through. All of that just for the Venge thus far. Now the Remnant forward. Ana looking for a bit more. Gets onto the back lines. Tries to bring down that Abaddon. Will do so. But the physical damage is a lot. He's got a Remnant back. He barely gets away. Can QO run up the assassinate? He will. But it doesn't matter. Already the body has hit the floor. OG, they bit off more than they can chew. There's a buyback from the Abaddon. The kind of fight that MVP love to get, where they can chase you and isolate you and pick you off one by one. Now Notel looking for the deny. Fly has fallen. He won't get the neutral deny. It's 4 for MVP. They're playing extremely defensive now. Lots of split push, always parking supports or initiators behind the Ember, as well as behind the Luna. So there aren't too many easy pickoffs here. Going for the BKB, do you think they can actually find them? As I say that, jerAx going for the crush, then the TP out. Will Forev have the damage? He just does the math.
Yeah.
Brains him now with the Sakuchi, as well as the Geminate attack. Nice pick there.
They're likely going to go for the push bottom lane. S4's in a good position to skip the next creep wave.
But there is a fight brewing now, as Notel's going to get caught out in the mid lane. Disruption to try and keep him alive a bit longer. Notel too low to even bother with an Eclipse. He's down for the count. Now the stun on Fly. This is the kind of chaotic fight that MVP live for. Can Fly make it away? Looks like the Urn Charge should be enough to take that Shadow Demon down. The counter Urn Charge, a bit too late. He will fall, and S4-2 make it 3 just like that. No buyback on Luna instantly. Yeah, even just the level 1 Vengeance are still packs a punch, as OG will have the full complement of heroes and abilities ready to go now. Can they take the fight? That's the question. S4 smoked up, look for the blink back to get it started. He only finds Velo, who immediately Blade Furies. He'll survive. Now the Eclipse comes out. Febby gonna tank that up easily with the borrow time, and Forev pumping damage into jerAx will bring down the Fishman. Now turning on to Notel. Time lapses it off, dives a bit further. Fly, no disruption for a few seconds. There's the purge, the big dives, a 2-for-1 thus far. If Forev can get the kill, it would be huge, but he's low, in danger. S4 blinking back to force that pesky bug away, and with a shield and a heal, he should survive. Ends up being a 2-for-1.
But all we needed to see QO just ditch the Venge and then go for the front line.
as DuBu will find Fly, who has a Blink Dagger, not going to easily be able to get away with it. Goes for the Soul Catcher, and he is going to use the Purge and Disruption on the Luna Illusions, almost dead to the Assassinate, but instead those Luna Illusions turning around, chewing through DuBu, will find the kill. Fly, a bit of style points there, makes it out, and will live to tell the tale.
Even the Jug getting low. We'll have the Healing Ward there to help him. So, no.
Got a Maelstrom on Sniper, you know?
They don't have the tools. That's why they want to keep going and end the game now. They pick up a Vlad's on the Abaddon. They have Vlad's, they have drums, they have all these items to fight now, but the split push is constantly plaguing them, and it's going to lead to a Jug pickoff.
Good pick there. It's the level 2 Amplify damage now, and with the Jug dead for 50, OG need to keep the pressure up all game, whereas OG, much more of that ticking time bomb style, and it seems to be paying off now as they will jump, assassinate DuBu, and then see you later, says Mr. Ana. Back to the rune, and
the Ember at top with split push was a threat. Well, now you're going to worry about bottom. You're going to have to worry about mid. Every lane just being pressured. And they found another pick off at top. It's a kill onto the Sniper, and meanwhile, bottom lane, high ground is being breached. Close to doing that bottom lane. That's why they went for that risky high ground push, because they know they cannot take this lane.
They might be getting caught now. Velo will commit the Blade Fury. They're going to think about a wraparound here. That Slardar moves into position, gets off the crush on Febby instantly. The borrow time has been committed. There is still a Shadow Demon. Fly patiently sitting behind jerAx. Ana joining him as well. Can get that disruption off potentially. Will do so now. Got to kill off the Swarm and try for the blink out. jerAx on the run. They will force him back. Velo blowing the Omni Slash. Does not manage to find the kill. Wanted to stop that blink away, but won't happen.
That's rough. They did such a good job helping out jerAx there. Everyone was hitting the beetle. They had the...
Well, the graphs tell the tale that no tell foretold as they continue to tip the way of MVP, take it a bit later, play it nice and slow, and they can start to pull ahead. As I say that, jerAx maybe going to get caught here. Does get isolated. Assassinate. Feudal Crush. Down he goes.
They want to really...
A nice pick, but again, look at the top lane.
Yeah,
Ana's already in the base. He's shoving in the creeps. He's wailing away at the tier 3.
But Roshan
this seems good, but not so much for MVP as they try for the Roshan. They've thrown the Swarm in. Those glaives almost shredding Velo instantly. He will barely survive. While simultaneously they back you up on the high ground. He's going to go for the TP out. He will BKB, escape successfully, but at the same time that isolates them at the Roche pit, where, by the way, Ana's back into the fray. He's got the mobility that MVP are lacking. They get on top of the big rock, and how convenient. He's ever so low, frantically hustling back. MVP try to get into position, but they do so without a sniper. BKB at the same time. S4 won't have to wall for this fight, but this Luna Illusion, such a pestilence. And QO just continuously being forced back, and they just don't have the clear for these.
Honor's a bit low, which could be a bit problematic. He can't really play as aggressive as he'd like.
Oh, this is going to be their Roche gods.
There's Roche.
And Easy Aegis, thank you very much, says No Tail. There is an Omni Slash at the ready. Forev scrambling that way, but again, look at Ana up at the top lane, just easily bringing down the melee. Even if they win the fight, they're losing the war. MVP, just death by 1,000 cuts. It appears to be the story of this game number 1.
One by one, they're being picked apart. Not the heroes, it's the buildings. Honor takes the racks and then gets out. Is he? Yeah, he's overstepped his boundary.
I mean, honestly, probably worth it. Not ideal. Still gets the melee. It's at that point now where the gold graph doesn't even tell the tale, but it's actually OG finding the picks here, shredding Forev on the Weaver. Quick assassination. Apparently, Sniper working against his own team as they'll move on to Febby. Febby has the borrowed time. MVP being forced back, just they can't even get in range of the glaives. And when they do, they pay for it.
And now tower's down. You can just safely push with the SE Illusions, or you can do that.
Well, just going to initiate immediately. Borrow time from Febby as he tries to hang on through this. Velo will survive, but they've lost their Weaver. Is going to have to buy back, rejoin the fight. Velo low. The glaives continue to pursue. Febby now on the run, and that's it. MVP completely overrun by the OG Swarm come late game. Is Ana off with your head, little man, he says. We'll take care of QO, and OG just seeming very prepared. What a great Ember pick that was.
Yeah, it's something we kind of talked about while we were watching the draft. Is like, OG is one of those unusual teams. They chose second pick, and one of the beauties of second pick is you get that 10th pick of the draft, that last overall pick that cannot be counted, and they made it count. They last pick an Ember Spirit with no counters in the pool. Often, you look at your draft, you get that last man, you're like, oh, we got no stuns, let's ban a Storm. You don't think about Ember. That came out of nowhere. That was a beautiful pick for OG's draft. I think the draft was always going to have problems even without the Ember. We saw the SD Illusions and what they could do. We saw the Slardar and Darkseer, how they teamed up to win team fights. So it wasn't just the Ember Spirit pick by any means, but it definitely made OG's draft that much better.
It's just MVP do like to run a very one-dimensional style of play. You know, the rumors maybe they had, you know, some strats they were saving for the main event. but if we're ever going to see a new strat, is this the time to do it on elimination on the big stage against...
It was not enough.